Have you been asked by Publix to go to a voluntary mediation? That's the topic of this video. My name is Sean McQuaid, and I'm with personal injury attorneys McQuaid and Douglas. We've been handling a lot of Publix cases lately, and we've been getting called the Publix guys or the Publix Lawyers, so I'll take it, but it's just a matter of just been handling so many cases, so I've accumulated all this experience with Publix claims, and I figured I'd shoot a video to explain my experience with voluntary mediation through Publix. So let's start at the beginning. If you're watching this video, it's likely you had some type of accident in a Publix. I don't know what it might be, but most likely you were contacted by a representative of Publix right after. They probably offered you $2,500 or $1,500 without knowing anything about the accident, and you've declined that. So that was smart. And you must have submitted some type of documentation regarding your injuries. And so now your claim is in this process through risk management, and they have asked you to go to this voluntary mediation. Now, this voluntary mediation process is something relatively new. They've been doing it for a few years at Publix, and it's designed basically to keep cases out of litigation, right? They don't want people filing lawsuits. They know that costs a lot of time and money and headache. So what they're trying to do, and I think it's very proactive, and I like the fact that Publix is doing it. They have hired this company. It's called ADR Solutions Group. They are a company. It's like a claims management company that is run by a lawyer out of Atlanta, and they have taken over most of Publix's claims that Publix deems necessary to go to mediation pre-suit. So again, remember, the whole process is keep these cases out of a lawsuit. And your case then will get referred to this ADR Solutions Group. Now, not every case goes there. Most of the time, it's the serious cases. It's the broken bones. It's the surgeries, the more extreme levels of injuries. Your $20,000, $25,000 cases, they're just not going to make it to this mediation process unless the adjusters are just so overwhelmed that they have too many claims and they're just, hey, push them off to mediation. So there's one caveat. But for the most part, it's the more serious claims. And you will get a notice saying that Publix has deemed your case worthy of going through this mediation with ADR Solutions Group, and they'll set up a virtual mediation. So they do all these things through Zoom. They designate a lawyer who runs this whole program. Her name is Rose Miller, really an impressive lady. She knows her stuff. She's very well prepared. And they'll send you a Zoom link with a time, and they'll ask you in advance, submit every single document about the case. Send us everything, all the medical bills, all the medical records, whatever you have. And they then will evaluate the claim in advance. They will hire an independent mediator, and you go to this mediation. And the corporate representative is Rose Miller, the lawyer that is designated to handle all these mediations. And she'll go through and explain what Publix's position is, and you'll try to mediate the case and come up with a number. Now, you are allotted 2 hours, so keep in mind that they are doing these things from 9 to 11, 11 to 1, 1 to 3, 3 to 5. They're just banging them out all day long. So you only have 2 hours to get them to your top number. And if they run late, they're going to be very rushed. So, but I have found, it's been my experience, that they are very well prepared. They want these cases to get resolved. And so I think it is an advantageous way for you to try to get your case settled at the outset, understand exactly where Publix is coming from, and try to get the case over with minimal time and expense. Because remember, you're not paying anything. You're not paying the mediator, right? You're there to give them what you have and to see what they're willing to pay. So again, I think it's advantageous. I would encourage you to participate in this mediation process. Now, if you don't have a lawyer, quite frankly, I don't know how you get through this. I mean, the legalities are on a totally different level. So if you get one of these notices, I highly recommend that you hire a lawyer, whether it's us or somebody else. Speak to somebody, have representation there to make sure you're not missing anything, because you are going to be, if you go in there without a lawyer, you are going to be at a disadvantage. But if you have a lawyer and you're prepared, I highly encourage going through the Publix voluntary mediation process through ADR Solutions Group. So in any event, hopefully this was educational. If you have any questions, just drop me a comment or contact me directly. All right, take care, everyone.